Hi everyone, welcome to my first episode of Adult Conversations. So, for my first episode, I want to talk about myself, what it is like to be 25 years old and share the knowledge that I have at this age that I think maybe most people my age or even people who are older than me, even people who are younger than me should have this knowledge. So firstly, I will start with, okay, I am in South Korea, right? I am in South Korea. I made this decision last year. I've been in South Korea for I've been here in South Korea for almost, I think, almost 7 months now. Cause let me say September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Oh, 9 months actually. I've been here in South Korea for almost 9 months right now. So here's the thing, guys. I studied law, right? But then right now I am an English teacher. You know, I am an English teacher, but I studied law. So the question is like, why did I choose to become an English teacher? Whereas I could have went into the field and became like an attorney or even a prosecutor. I could have went into the field like that just a lot of jobs like you can do with LLB, but then I did not take that road, or let me not say I did not take that road. Let me just say here I am right now. I am an English teacher. Like how did that, how did it come about? Like how did I become an English teacher? So here's the thing. After I graduated from university, right, after getting my law degree, I went to save articles. So where I was saving articles, unfortunately, the law firm was still was still new, so they could not afford to pay me. So I saved my articles for 5 months. So the environment also was very toxic. That's why I had to leave because it was more like, I was saving my articles, but like the boss, it was the boss of the law firm was talking about things like buying the ice cream machine, having us stand outside to sell ice cream, and I'm like, I'm not cut out for this. I did not study like to become an ice cream seller. I mean, if I am going to sell ice cream in my life, it will be for myself and not for someone else. It doesn't mean like I'm not a team player. It's like it's more like being more realistic and being respectful to myself, not to like downgrade myself to that level where I'm selling ice cream for someone else. The person that I'm supposed to be doing legal things with, like they're challenging me to like we never came to that. It never came to that, but it was just something that was still in talks that okay, because like the business was not doing well, the law firm was not doing well, so they were just like trying to come up with like different things to do that will like generate money. So like there were like a lot of things, and again the company was proposing doing pamphlets whereby we can hand out those pamphlets. And I was like, if you look at the times that we're living right now, pamphlets are no longer a thing. I'm not saying people cannot market through pamphlets. What I'm saying is that it cannot be like your main your main marketing strategy. People these days, they market digitally, not in person, whereby you just hand out pamphlet. So also that was also in talks. So like a lot of things were in talks, and I was like, okay, I am not cut out for this. I'm not going to do this. So, and then at that time I was doing my masters. I am still doing my masters with UJ right now. It was 2021. I'm in my third year of masters. So people will ask like, why did it take you so long? As masters is not easy. I will get to that. So I left my job. Actually, I quit actually. And when I quit was the time I started with my process of of coming abroad. I mean, of going abroad, of coming here where I am right now. So I had already started with the process. So I left, and then I had to leave home because I was saving my articles back at home. The law firm is at my my, not like, it is not like my hometown, but it is my father's side hometown. So I left and then I went back to Joburg, and luckily I did not stay that long before I got another job. So the thing is, like, already I was doing my masters, right? So when you do masters, you have a lot of opportunities, like, in any university, that like you chose to do your masters with. So I was appointed as a tutor for, for what is that course again? Jurisprudence. So I was that for 6 months at UJ, and then when I completed that, I it was for 6 months contract, right? So I finished that contract for 6 months, and the thing, okay, so this is financially. So financially, I have always been doing great, because like I am an NRF beneficiary. If you know NRF beneficiary, like, we get a lot of money from NRF. So I am an NRF beneficiary. So I have been getting money from NRF since then. Since even when I was doing my articles, the only reason I was able to do my articles for 4 to 5 months was because of the money I was getting from NRF. So from that, I was still getting NRF money, and then I was still getting my job money, the job that I was doing with UJ. After being a tutor, and then my contract ended like in 6 months, right? And then I got another internship, CRE, compliance enforcement, and compliance risk and enforcement, again with UJ. And it was last year around August, September. That's when I had to resign, to come to South Korea. So already, like, my life, honestly speaking, I have never, like, gotten to that point where it's like, okay, I have nothing, to do. Like, I have been, like, doing things ever since, like, my university, like, ever since graduating from university. Like, I have been, like, working, I've been doing this and this and that, for myself, because I understand that at the end of the day, as a woman, like, I'm a woman, right? I am a woman who believes that, you must have your own things, because, like, for me, I have my own other personal reasons why, like, I'm grinding this much in life, like, why I want to, like, be this successful, because I'm also a writer. There are other things that I won't say here right now, but I do, writing is something that I'll always tell people, because that's something that I'm mostly passionate in. But because of time, sometimes, like, I don't finish writing, of maybe, like, I don't have time to edit, like, my old books. But, like, that is something that I'm mostly passionate, like, passionate about. So so I'm always grinding, I'm always doing my thing. And so here I am in South Carolina right now. I am an English teacher, and my experience so far, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. There's nothing good, honestly speaking, except for the money. The only thing that is good here is money. Like, other things, no. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, like, the country is good. I'm not gonna lie, like, the country is good, but then, like, when we go to work environments, like, working in South Africa is way better than working here. But the difference is that, like, here they give you, like, they pay you, like, good money compared to back at home. Not to say that South Africa don't pay, but it's like, in South Africa, like, it will take you, like, years to get to, like, where you want to be. And besides, guys, it's not like I want to, like, just work for other people until the day I die. It's just like, right now I'm working to gain the experience that I need, so that, like, I can start doing my own things, because, like, I want to be my own business woman. I want to be a business mogul. That's, like, my whole point. And so, guys, I just took you through, like, my mini journey of how I came to South Korea. And my reasons of coming to South Korea, honestly speaking, like, was to, like, take a break, because, like I told you, ever since I graduated, I was doing, like, one thing, after another. And then I was like, okay, let me take a break. But then once I came here, I realized that, oh, here, like, people here, like, work more than people back at home. So it's like, oh, I, like, my initial intention, like, I had to, like, like, disregard it and get into tune with what's going on here. And that's what I've been doing. Like, I'm working hard, and I have learned so much in this country, honestly speaking. And I believe that, like, sooner or later I will be having my own things. Like, it will just be like, Kitty Vicentia things. Like, it won't be like me attached to other people, or even if I'm attached to someone, it will be like a partnership. But like me working for someone, I don't foresee that for myself for too long, because like from the experience that I've gained here and how I've seen that, like, you can make it happen for yourself. Like, if you can help someone build their own company, like, you can do that for yourself. So yeah. And in my first episode, like I said, I'll take you through like my mini journey. But what I want to talk about like today was like, guys, like how to, like, how you can put yourself first, like at our age. Like, what can you do? Because like a lot of people, like, they're struggling, and and a lot of things. So the thing is, like, guys, if you have a degree, like, I will, like, honestly speaking, I will be honest with you, working in South Korea is very difficult. But I will suggest that you take this opportunity and build something for yourself. It's not like you're gonna like struggle forever. You can use the money that you make here to build something for yourself. It's possible. You can do that. You can come here with your degree, because if it is not working for you at home, then use it for something else. You cannot just sit and do nothing. You have to do something with your life. So guys, this is adult conversation. We have to talk about these things. You cannot wait for a job, a government job, or any internships also, they come to an end. I have had like experience with people who have had internships, and they, like, they ended, and like that thing can be detrimental to someone's health, because it's like you are getting money and you get used to getting money, then the next thing you know, you are no longer getting money. It can be detrimental to your mental health. It can be detrimental to your self-esteem, because you cannot even go back home empty-handed, because like you'll be a laughing stock. Nobody wants to be a laughing stock. I don't want to be a laughing stock. That's why, like, I always jump from one thing to another. I always make plans. Like with my life, I'm always making plans. Like, I was talking to my consultant for my master's, no supervisor. There's a consultant and supervisor, my consultant, and she was asking me like, okay, so since now you're in South Korea, like, what are your plans? Like, what are your goals? And I told her, like, what, Miss, I just recently like enrolled in law school. I just paid down my law school, 19K down. I'm finished. I paid all of the money. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna like manage to do my law school like from abroad, but like that is one thing that like I'm going for. I'm gonna finish that. With my masters, I'm always finished. So back to like what delayed me from finishing my masters was that last year I was supposed to finish my masters last year, but unfortunately my supervisor fell ill and he was admitted to hospital. He's no longer working at UJ also. I'm not sure if he's still alive. I hope he's still alive. He's like, he's recovering. But like since last year, mid-year, he was sick, and then as a result, because like at that time, it's like I don't know if he will because even my supervisor did not tell me that he won't be supervising me anymore. He just told me that, oh, I'm sick, I'll get back to you. I'm sick, I'll get back to you. So I did not know that like it will come to that point where like he's no longer there at all. So I just like played it off. I just kept on doing because like he told me that, what, don't wait for me, continue doing your research, continue reading, because he even suggested me like different resources or things to read, and then I started reading those things. And I started continuing doing like my research, and then like if I felt like, okay, I've made progress, I will send it to him. I wouldn't like get like response, but there was a time where he responded, and then he told me again that, what, he's very sick, and that was towards the end of the year. So of course I didn't have a supervisor by that time, so my research had to be postponed for this year, and then I was appointed as a supervisor this year. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish my master's by the end of May, which is this month. So I'm just looking forward to finishing. Already, like, I sent my draft. It has been approved, just that like they have to it was suggested that like, I make amendments. Like there were comments that were given to me that I need to like amend certain parts of my research, and then from that I'll be finished with I hope so, guys, because I'm working hard on this masters. I need to finish with it so that I can start with other things in my life. I cannot do something for like 3 years, but I'm happy that I did it for 3 years, because at first, honestly speaking, I did not even understand my own research. It took me a while to get a gist of what I'm writing about, because sometimes it's like, oh, you think I know this thing, but in reality, like, you don't know shit. Like, I did not know what I was doing at first, but like, with this 3 years experience, I know what I'm doing. I have experience. Like, I can, like, even when I graduate as a master student, I'll be confident in myself that I'm a master student because I know what I wrote about. I understand what is research. Like, I get the whole idea of being a researcher because I was a researcher. I did my part. Because initially, like, honestly speaking, like last year, I was still doing it, but it was not as much sensible as it is right now. It did not make sense like it is right now. So yeah, so that's what delayed my masters, guys. So back to, like, guys, how do you put yourself first, and why should you put yourself first? The thing is, guys, like, relying on people can be tricky because you don't know for how long you are going to have those people in your life. I'm not talking about death, I'm not talking about maybe other things. Also, people, they can go broke themselves. Like, there's someone whom you rely on can go broke, so you can think about that. What happens if they go broke? Who are you going to rely on? As someone, you must be independent. You must learn to work, to work for yourself. You must learn to put yourself first also. Like, when you work for yourself, guys, and you earn money, don't just, like, splash your money.